hell was Wainwright talking about? I mean, look at the light out there. Try and find a handhold somewhere. My mind is officially blown. Oh, I'm liking this. So this is the problem. This is why I struggle to get to other places. I need to keep my eyes off the pies. What a view. Good morning everybody, welcome back to Hiking the Wainwrights and welcome to Season 4, the Southern Fells. This season has got some of the biggest fells here in the Lake District, 2 of the highest in England in fact, but I'll be kicking off the season with one of the lowest. Let's have a look at the route upon the beautiful Bessyboot. So I've parked in Stonethwaite and I'm heading down towards the campsite, at which point I'm going to branch off and start the very steep and very slippy ascent alongside the beautiful big Stanger Gill. And at this point it all levels off and we head up to the first little summit of the day, Bessyboot. Then we'll drop down past Tarnet Leaves and make our way up to Rosthwaite Cam. And that's actually the highest point of the day. From there we head back down past Tarnet Leaves and heading towards Coombe Gill. Then it's a nice gentle stroll back into the village of Stonethwaite, straight into the pub with its roaring fires and a nice pint. That's it, just one Wainwright today. What you can do is you can actually tack on Glaramara and also Allen Crags and others as well if you want to do a longer route. But today I just want to do one. I want to spend a bit of time up there because it is a really, really nice place. And it also serves as a nice warm-up back into hiking the Wainwrights for me. Anyway, let's get on to the campsite and start heading up that steep section. That's where we're going, right there in that notch. Unsurprisingly, it's raining today. It wasn't forecast to be sunny and cloudy, but we are in the wettest part of England here, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Okay, right opposite the campsite is a herdie, but also the gate we're taking. So I was here just a few months ago and this bracken was really high. I had to kind of wade through it and certainly couldn't see any of this stuff here. You know, the waterfalls and everything else. I had to kind of get to this point, go through a whole lot of bracken to emerge here. So it's quite nice when it all dies back. Look at that, how beautiful is that? This is Big Stanger Gill, and we've got Little Stanger Gill a bit further over that way. Beautiful, so we're going to pretty much follow it all the way up. Negotiate the fallen tree somehow. Now I do have to warn you, if you are going to come and do this route, you need to be very mindful of these steps. They're incredibly slippy. I mean, really, really greasy. But a bit further on, they get even steeper. Because it's so slippy, it's quite dangerous. It is actually quite, I'll show you what it's like. It's not very pleasant. But on a dry day, it would be fine. It's just on a wet day like today, that's all. Lovely, wasn't it? Whoa! See, I'm sliding all over the place. It is lovely. It's just an excuse to take my time and enjoy all this beautiful greenery. Isn't that lovely? Definitely somewhere worthy of coming with your camera and your tripod if you've got one and getting a long exposure of this. I think what I would do if I was taking a shot, I'd get something probably lower down, a bit of zoomed in detail long exposure, maybe one of these leaves with the water kind of going around it. I like the shape of the rock. I'll tell you what, I was quite cool down the path. Starting to get warm now, doesn't take long at all. This is very steep. Look at it, honestly, it's so gorgeous here. Wow, it looks almost prehistoric around here. Yeah, it's a beautiful oak woodland. And there's just acorns all over the place, lovely. I mean, look at it. So it levels off a little bit, as you can see, but don't let that fool you because it gets really steep in a minute and really slippy. Look at this glorious petrified tree. Looks much bigger in real life. Okay, you can see it starts to get steeper here. Oof. It's so slippy. This path reminds me of that one on King's How from last season. Steep and slippery. And yeah, very treacherous. Just feels like I'm in a tropical rainforest again. It's lovely, but you can see out towards the north. In fact, that's King's How right there, look. You can see it's blue sky over Keswick. So I'm kind of hoping all this is going to clear out. I'm hoping the ground will dry a little bit and be less slippy for the walk down later on, but who knows. It's lovely, isn't it? Wow. Come on, friend, you can do it. I don't know if I can though. God, the tricky bit here is you can't put any power down on the rocks. It's so greasy. Sorry, I'm moaning. Okay, this section here, just before you kind of get some trees and it levels off, this is almost like a set of ladders. It's, you know, you might want to put your hands down on the ground because it is that steep. Finn doesn't care, she just finds it easy. 4-wheel drive. Okay, levelled off somewhat. I'll have a little breather in a minute. Right, you eventually get to this area here where it flattens out a little bit between two oaks, or maybe 4 oaks, shall we say. And it's at this point that we actually start to get a significantly better view looking back down towards Borrowdale. As you can see Castle Crag there with the mist just kind of dancing around the lower slopes a little bit, and above it is High Spy with my little eye. So I think what I might do is whip this coat off. I mean, it's still spitting, but it's so hot, it's just red hot. And if it carries on raining when it gets to the top, I'll put it back on, but for the time being it can come off. So I'll see you in a minute. It's not food time. That's definitely wishful thinking, Finn. Half a tree stuck to my bag. It's a real faff taking this bag off and putting it back on again. So many bits to it. Right, let's get on. It's getting steeper again. Having fun, Finn? Enjoying it? Ah, you're such a poser. That's a nice view out the back though. Lovely. Right, in his book, Wainwright mentions this tricky style just here. Now, the style's not there anymore, it's just a gap in the wall. But it also symbolises the end of this hideous stepped path. My advice to you would be, if you were to come and do this route, do not go down. Do not go down that path, especially if it's wet, because I think you will definitely fall over. definitely injure yourself. It's pretty tricky. That view's looking pretty good though, isn't it? Really nice. And there's a little bit of light hitting the fells over there now. So I think the clouds are starting to thin out a bit. So I'm hoping once we get up onto Bessyboot that, yeah, it'll all lighten up and be nice. Anyway, let's get through this little gap in the wall and continue up to the top of this ravine. It's beautiful. Hello, acrobat dog. Honestly, you should be in a circus. That's the gap. And I actually lied, there's a little bit more of the path, but it's definitely not as bad. And in a minute, I mean, you can see the top of the ravine here. I'll be coming off this path completely. Thank the Lord. Oh, we've got sunlight hitting the fell now, look at that. It's looking promising. I'm liking that inversion there. It's really starting to kick off now. I might have to get my camera out, you know. It's looking really beautiful. Look at this little patch of light here. That was really nice watching that light slowly drift across the valley, but it's gone now, completely disappeared. Well, there's a tiny bit on King's How now. But now getting to the top of the path, hallelujah. And it kind of curves around and drops down a little bit to a really nice little section where, well, I'll show you. Lovely. This little section here reminds me a lot of Glen Nevis when you're walking up towards, is it the Steel Bridge? Something like that. Very similar. Lovely. And now I've got my camera out, it's starting to rain, typically. But literally 5 minutes and we're at the top of this hill going over a stile, and yeah, it levels off a lot then and we're not on that horrible path anymore. Okay, I do promise you the stepped path ends any minute now. Oh my goodness, I almost fell then. So slippy, so dangerous. I'm sorry, I'm mourning again. Always mourning about something. But look, it's finished. We're now on nice little bits of rock and grass. So much better than that stuff. So just round the corner we've got a bit of a stile to negotiate. Okay, here we go. There's actually a gate as well. I forgot there was a gate. It must have been locked last time. Look at the herding up there. Yeah, gate's locked. So I can't get through there. Got to get through this really high stile. Go on, Finn, you go under there. Use your noggin. Finn, this way. Oh, honestly, I suppose that's the beauty of a tiny dog. Slipsville. And we're down. Right, on the open fell side. And, you know, this walk really is one of two contrasts. So you've got this beautiful wooded ravine here, and it pretty much terminates very suddenly, as you saw. And then we go on to the second part of the walk, where it's all open, exposed. We've got the odd silver birch, the odd rowan tree here and there, and a gazillion herdies. It's lovely. Honestly, I'd love it up here. And in his book, Wainwright didn't have that many nice things to say about it, to be honest with you. He said the summit was dreary. He said that Tarn Leaves, which is a little tarn up there, it's beautiful. He said has a nice name, but that's about it. And he said the views weren't all that spectacular either, so I don't know, I don't agree with him. I think the views are amazing, as you can see there, but once we get up, you'll be able to see out to the west, and it's, well, stunning, hopefully, if it's not clagged in. Look at this. Ooh, that looks highly polished, that Finn. There's no way I'm going that way. I'm going to go down this way here and hopefully not tumble into that. Eek. This way, Finn. Up we go. That's it. So what we're doing here really is heading up and over the other side of the gill and up here. That's lovely. That's putting down quite a bit of water actually. So the last time I was here a few months ago, there was nowhere near as much as this. That's looking lovely, isn't it? That's Eagle Crag right there. You know, I think it's beautiful around here. I think it's so intricate with all these little crags. I mean, look at that, that's incredible. And all the nooks and crannies up there. I mean, you could explore for days up there. And you know what? I've not seen a single person since the track in the valley, you know, by the campsite there. Nobody. It's honestly, it's wonderful around here. Love it. And it's 11 o'clock, so it's not like it's really super early. This one just isn't sexy enough for people. They're all charging on to Scafell Pike, Great Gable and all those. There's a really nice rowan tree up there. I remember a couple of years ago, I had a scout up there and got to it just to so make it out. But look at this place, look at the little mini gullies everywhere. Hey Curly. Eagle Crag is looking absolutely stunning at the moment. Just being enveloped by that mist. All I need now is some godlight to come down and hit the top or even hit the ground in front. Do I wait? I don't know. I don't know what to do. And that's the thing about these kind of days, because it's a shorter walk, I mean it's only like 6k, I've got loads of time. It's not like I've got another 7 or 8 or 10 miles to go. I've just got, you know, maybe 2 miles, that's it. It's great, so you can spend more time in the area and enjoy it and wait for things. I mean, there's a patch of blue sky up there. I don't know if you can see it on this camera. I don't know if I've got the exposure set up, but what a place. What the hell was Wainwright talking about? Dreary. What's dreary about that? Oh, that's lovely. Just a fleeting moment of sunshine. And you know, it kind of got interesting there. Sun came out, the sun was hitting that ground, but then all the mist went. I've been about 20 minutes just waiting for that to happen. And that whole time I've not seen a single person coming up here or, you know, or over here, just anywhere. There's just no one. That's a nice looking tree. Shot potential, just need some light. Okay, that's way too much light. It's looking very nice back out towards the east. Love that cloud. But now we're not far off the summit of Bessyboot, and it's at this point that we'll get the views out to the west. Oh yeah, that's looking very nice indeed. That was a beautiful fleeting moment of Hornister Crag and the pass where I was last week, but it's all gone now, unfortunately. However, this is Bessyboot just here, look. Oh mate, what's happened behind me? Look at that. It's one of those days where every couple of minutes something else is happening. Just need a hurdie on top of that. Oh, it's looking nice again. Wow. Okay, this is where we go, branch off. It's turning out to be a really, really stunning day. I mean, look at the light out there. I just keep stopping and taking photographs. It's just incredible. And any photographs I get will be on my website at blackcrag.com and under a section called Hiking the Wainwrights. So it's only a short walk up here really. Doesn't take long, a few minutes from that bottom path just there, and then you're up. Okay, just here. Okay, here we are on the summit of Bessyboot. Look at that for a view. Piker Stickle in the distance, Tarnat leaves here. That's gorgeous. The view out west towards Honister and Pillar. The view north, looking towards Keswick, Derwent, Skidder. The rainbow. Can you see the rainbow? And out towards Helvellyn, Hullscarf, Eagle Crag, and to the south we've got Glaramara just there, and Rosthwaite Cam, which is the next port of call. But for the time being, I'm going to sit up here and enjoy this view because we've got rainbow action there and it's finishing over there. So I'm going to spend a bit of time and enjoy it. This is anything but dreary, isn't it? Absolutely mind-blowingly gorgeous in every direction, and conditions today are beautiful. But I think what I'm going to do now, Piker Stickle, is drop down to Tarnat Leaves, go and have a look at that, and then make my way up to Rosthwaite Cam, which is that kind of big lumpy rock up there. So I don't mean to keep picking up on what Wainwright says in his books, because he is the great man after all, but he did say that Tarnat Leaves has got a lovely name and nothing else. I beg to differ. There's a lot to like round here, a heck of a lot. I've always liked it. Right, enough chit chat. I'm going to shut up now and I'm just going to get up to Rosthwaite Cam and I'll see you up there. Like the dead marshes. Alright, I think I'm going to branch off here now and head over in that direction and then up around onto the Cam somehow without getting wet feet. I think it's when you get to these places just a little bit away from the crowds and also away from the path as well. It just, I don't know, there's something really special about it. Just very remote and wild. It's wonderful. I see loads of people back on Bessyboot now. Can you see them? Wow. It's these wild places that just feed the soul. I know it sounds very cliche. It is cliche saying things like that. It feeds the soul, but I can't think of any other way of describing it. There's nothing quite like being out in nature and away from humanity. It's certainly an interesting landscape around here. Big boulders everywhere. Cute white dogs. So what I'll do is head up and then get onto the backside of it there. Wow, that is some view, isn't it? Great gable right there, great gable, green gable. Some nice light. Oh, this is fantastic. What a place. Wedge the foot and try and find a handhold somewhere. Hoop. Wow. For all the times that I've been up on Rosthwaite Fell, I've never been up to the cam, never been here. I don't know why. Because it's amazing. It really is amazing. I mean, it's not too bad that. I mean, I managed to do it with all this stuff hanging off me, so it's just a bunch of big boulders, but it is slippy, so if you do come here, just be careful. I'm just loving that light there. Base brown, Green Gable, Great Gable. And you can see, you probably won't be able to see it on this camera, but I can see Steeple and Red Pike over on the Mosedale Horseshoe. So that's how it was last week. Black Star and Fleetwith Pike, and it's a completely different day, nothing like this. Looking nice back out towards the east, Ullscarf, nice bit of light there on the side. And, you know, looking to the south, the weather is completely different. I mean, it's a beautiful day in South Lakes, not so beautiful in North Lakes. So what you can do if you're bagging Wainwrights is you can actually carry on from here and head up to Coombe Head. That's there, the highest point. Beyond Coombe Head, not in view at the moment, is Glaramara, and then you've got that ridge over to Allen Crags, and then you can continue from there. But like I said, you know, I kind of want this one to be a fairly short walk to just enjoy it. Enjoy sitting around and looking at this stuff rather than just bombing it around, rushing. I mean, look at the light. Whew. Okay, back down. Didn't film it, I needed both hands. Amazing, wasn't it? And the rain's starting to come, but I think in the next few minutes, I think we're going to be bathed in beautiful sunlight. So that ridge there, actually, the one you can see going up towards Coombe Head, that's where I'll be next week. Going towards Glaramara. She's such a good dog. You're so good, aren't you? Hey? You're the best dog in the world. You actually are. Look at it. Wow. That's the way I came up. I'm going to go around this way and see if I can find a different way down to Tarnett Leaves. Loving it. Here comes the sun. Look at that. It's just lit up beautifully now. Wow. It's a fantastic bit of rock. Rainbow in the background. It's just stunning around here. This light's making it even more so, that's the thing. And it's this time of year, the sun's quite low, so it's very soft light. I think Bessyboot is about to be illuminated. Let's have a look. What a special moment this is. The light is just incredible. It lit up Bessyboot as requested. Gorgeous, and there's a little bit of a rainbow there as well. Wow. It's moments like that that, you know, they're just over in seconds. I like that. I like you can see Black Star through the gap. And I know I've got the shadow of the flipping camera on me, but okay, you've got to see it. Looking very grim up north though, isn't it? Look at it. Whew. Keswick's getting a pound in by the looks of it. It's lovely here. I think what I might do is I might just stand here for a few minutes, enjoy the sun and absorb the heat, and then head on down to the Tarn. Yeah, I'll do that. I might get a marsh bar. Wow, there's a rainbow now. That's looking amazing. Do I forget the marsh bar? Try and get the double rainbow. Wow. This didn't turn out very well at all in the end. There was just too much sunlight hitting the ground. However, I did manage to get this a few moments earlier, where there's lots of delicious shadowage, but no rainbow. There you go. It's marsh bar time. Okay, my mind is officially blown. It's not very often I get conditions like this, so when I do, I kind of lose the plot a little bit. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, look at it. That rainbow's been there for ages as the weather's kind of moved off into the north. I don't want to go, and I might not. I might just live here forever. No, let's get down. I quite fancy a pint now. Wow. Oh, that's gobsmacking, isn't it? And in the space of just a few seconds, all the light's gone. Incredible. Ooh, that's looking nice. Oh, look at Eagle Crag. Hellfire. Okay, back on that path I was on earlier on as I was heading up. I got to here, in fact, and branched off towards the cam. So yeah, straight back down to the tarn. Yes, there's quite a lot of mist around now. Over towards Honister, that was completely clear before with some amazing light, but no actual mist or inversions or anything like that. It's looking nice. Got a big group just about to come around this corner here. Oh, as we approach the tarn, we're getting the glorious sunlight back again. Look at it. Dreary. Honestly. It's looking amazing. Back across the dead marshes. Okay, I'm so mesmerised by the light that I've actually missed the path. I'm heading back along the same path that I came from Bessyboot, but actually what I want to do is head over to a path over in this direction. Oh, heck. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Look at the light down the valley. Does it actually get any better than this? I don't think it does. See that there? That's the path I want to be on. It's going to take me all the way down, but I think what I can do is probably just make my way down to it and pick it up a bit further down there. I just can't get over this light. So this is the problem. This is why I struggle to get to other places. I've got this literally on my doorstep. It's so hard to go anywhere else, but I will. I'm going to force myself to do it. I'm sorry if I'm just boring you to death by just saying the same stuff, but you know, I never ever get bored of this. It's just so lovely. The sights, the smells, the sounds, everything about this is just spellbinding. It's actually fellbinding. I am fellbound. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a giant Cornish pasty. Or am I just completely losing the plot? It's probably because I'm hungry. Ooh, whoa, that was close. I need to concentrate now. I need to keep my eyes off the pies. What a lovely dog. It's got really hot then. I had to strip off in a mad panic. That's lovely. Look at the rainbow. But you can kind of see where I'm going to be next week. That's the route I'm taking up that ridge. This is the coombe here. We'll get a better look at that tomorrow. Next week. I wish it was tomorrow. And then, yeah, right up to Gladamara. What a view. I mean, I've had some great views today, but it's like it's getting better. It just keeps changing. I mean, you saw what it was like earlier on when I was up on Rosthwaite Cam. You know, all this was just completely in rain, sheets of rain moving down the valley, and now it's all opened out. You can see Skidder very clearly. It's got to be said, this little bit here is a little bit soul destroying actually. It's quite difficult underfoot, very slippy, very loose stuff. It's just taken a long time to get, ooh, whoa, really? It's taken a very long time to get to the wall. So there's the wall there, and you probably can't see on this camera, but there's a gate just there. It's just getting there. It's taken a long time. It just doesn't seem to get any closer. Okay, I've had my eye on this sheepfold for quite a while, And it's finally here at last, because just beyond it is the gate. That is looking glorious now, back down the valley. It is just a gentle stroll now, back down to Stonethwaite. So next week I'll be on that track going down there on the other side of Coomgill. No, going down, I won't be going down, I'll be going up, sorry. Oh, and as we get closer to the valley, there's that intoxicating smell of wood smoke. All the chimneys are fired up. Before we get to the pub, I just want to remind you that you can support the channel by heading over to patreon.com/theblackclan. That is actually the best way to support me. And there's a whole bunch of perks you get with your monthly subscription. And I'll put them on the screen now below. So you're not only supporting me and help me get out here, but you also get something in return, as well as these videos. Oh, nice gate. Lovely gate. Have a drink. Alright, almost back into the village. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please drop a like. That obviously helps with the algorithm. And don't forget the route is in the description if you fancy doing it. I shall see you next week. Let's go and get a pint.